Hi.
How you
I'm
doing?
just wondering, like when you said that some of us could actually share the truth already, would we be talking from our own experiences rather than repeating what you've said?
Of
Because
course.
it's so easy to read and like to listen to what you say and just repeat all that. It's so easy to do that. For me, it's just
when
like
when
that,
you
you know.
repeat what I say, all you'll come across as is insincere.
Yes,
And sometimes
exactly.
arrogant and judgmental.
Absolutely.
And not only that, it'll then also help the person feel like it is a cult where you've been indoctrinated.
Yeah.
The reality is that they'll feel those things.
So basically, you just describe your own personal journey through the whole process of what you've been through and share that with
And
people.
if you think about it, Sandra, you haven't been that happy about the path. If you think about it, like you've had a lot of anger about it, and you know there's been unloving things that you've done as a result of some of the beliefs that you've had, and just so express all of that. You know, just be yourself. Like there's a power in that, a much greater power than many of you realise actually, because people are attracted to sincerity. They're not attracted to facade. So every time you try to act in a facade, you're not going to get very far. But if you can be honest and truthful and loving and sincere with a person and say things exactly as they are, they'll be impressed by that, right? People are always impressed by that, always.
And, you know, often I had this idea recently, and I was going to put it on the blog sometime this week, but about hearing about the path from your hearts, from your words, because I feel like I see a lot of people trying to emulate AJ's words, and I think, you know, when it comes from your heart and your soul, it comes out differently. And if I feel so many of you have changed so much since I've known you, and if you were to talk about the things that have changed in you, they might not be, oh, I totally have a relationship with God and I've received divine love and all that. It might be just, you know what I learned about my family is that I'm not obliged to them. Or I learned that love is not barter. Now, that's not a small truth to learn in your soul. That actually impacts on the entire way you live your life. And if it has entered your soul, you relating that to someone else, even that small change, has incredible power. But I see a lot of people trying to explain what they're learning or what they know they should learn, but they forget about what, just as Jennifer pointed out today, the things that they have already shifted on, the growth that's already happened in their life. So I've been asking people lately to identify the 3 most significant truths that have changed in your life since you heard divine truth. So I'll be asking people on the blog this week that
And
question.
it might be a simple thing like, I realise that I'm really, really angry.
Yep.
You know, like
when I met
never
AJ,
thought-
I
and
had
never
no
thought that
anger.
before. You know,
I
like-
was totally anger-free, and took me a good year to recognise that I was angry.
And
that changed my life, recognising that. It sounds funny, but it did.
And I feel if you allow yourself to say and be yourselves to other people as well, and the beauty of doing that is you can say, yeah, you know, there's plenty of times that I get angry with AJ in a talk that I go to. How many of you have been angry with me in something I've said? To be frank, like I don't think there's not a single person here who has not been angry with me at some point, right?
Only Neil.
Only Neil. Yeah, probably. I've not noticed Neil angry with me. That's true.
Did you leave your hand down? Was that on purpose? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I can't remember a time where you have been, but there probably will be a time in the future where you.
He's saving it for later. Yeah.
But you know, you can say that to the people who you talk to. Yeah, you know, a lot of times he pisses me off and annoys me, and the things he talks about, just, you know, I half of them I don't really get, and I realise I get them 2 years later or whatever. Just be honest, you know, about the whole process for you. It's that honesty that appeals to the hearts of others, and each of you do not realise that being a teacher is not about getting up and doing, you know, sitting in front of a person, group and talking to them. Being a teacher is about this personal interaction, demonstrating through your own life and being honest about your own life with other people, and they will feel a great deal of appeal to that. They feel very strongly attracted to that. And that's what we'd like to encourage you to do, to not be afraid of being yourself and to state, there was times when it was this and there was times when it was like that, and there's been many times when I've gone to a group and I've walked away really annoyed and upset, and and it's taken me months sometimes to work out why I was annoyed and upset, and I didn't want to see him then, and I wanted to criticise what was going on, and then I've come back to it because there's always this sign of attraction. These are the kind of things that happen for many of you. So be free about mentioning those things. I feel if you do that, rather than just trying to portray yourself as somebody who's a diligent, divine lover, as if there is such a term, yeah?
Alan?
Alan,